So I wrote this example of a set of board goals. So instead of sort of talking about to consultants and other people, I wish my board better understood the facility needs. I want put that down as a goal. Instead of saying, I wish my board fundraised, or the board chair could have a discussion with the board and say, let's break that down into a set of goals. Does this, if your board does want to get better at fundraising, what does that exactly look like? Boards engage, board members become highly engaged when they have purposeful, meaningful work. We make the mistake of thinking, I don't want to give my board too much work, and I don't want to give them too little. But what they really want is purposeful engagement. So if I'm on your board and I know what the game plan for the board is for the year, I know they have 5 or 6 key goals, I'm going to be able to figure out where I fit in. So this particular example, the board's going to ensure that board members understand facility needs. That's goal 1. Underneath that, you would describe how. Then the board's going to mount a collaborative effort to engage 75 to 100 new supporters. And again, how are you going to do that? Are you thinking you need a committee, or are you thinking that through a few strategies, we can engage board members through some training and education, through some mission events, how to engage new supporters? I love it when I hear that a board has set a goal of enhancing their CEO performance evaluation. That's a great goal. You might say as a board, yeah, let's take that goal on for the year. Let's invite an HR expert into our boardroom to give us some guidance on what could make for a better experience. Let's talk to the executive director and learn, did our evaluation last year inspire you? Did it traumatize you? It's a great goal for the year ahead. Often every couple of years, you're going to have a goal of preparing for a strategic planning process. Assess what your progress has been and from your past strategic plan. Think about what kind of consultant you want to work with. Ask the board if they've had experiences with strategic planning. Some of these goals will result in small committees or ad hoc groups being developed. Some will be work the board will do in the boardroom. Another great goal for a board is to increase the quality of our financial reports. Often the financial reports are developed. 40–50% of your board understands what they're talking about. Maybe the other 40 or 50% is sitting there saying, well, it sounds like they've got it. I'm not quite sure what these reports mean, but I'll raise my hand and pass it. Well, actually, that's not following the duty of care. And it's a great goal to have board members get some training on how to read financials, talk about creating creative dashboards, thinking about what does the story of our financials tell us. So those 5 goals, if you take a look at them, this is not staff work. This is board work. I think that when I hear a staff member or an executive director or a board chair say to me, our board's not engaged, I think it's the time and effort you put into having a game plan for the board and create it with them based on your strategic priorities and the responsibilities at hand for the year ahead. It is that organizational governing activity that will pay off tremendously in the long run. So I'd love to know how many of you ever started the year out with the board's game plan. And if you have, I'd love to hear stories that you could share with us at another time, or get in touch with me about how it worked. I have found it to be quite transformational.